Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Pre-Market News and Views by In the Money Stocks. Today is Monday, April 15, 2013. Yes, it is tax day in the United States, and unfortunately, a lot of us will be writing checks out to the U.S. government today and time-stamping our postage. But in any case, looking at the markets, there's a lot to cover today. We'll start off with the S&P 500 E-mini futures. And what you'll see here is that the futures are trading lower by about 5.25 points. They actually were down lower a little while ago, but have come off the lows as usual. Generally, the markets on Mondays can be a little bit fragile. I think traders should watch for that. And today we're looking at one of those days where the markets are under a little bit of distribution, at least at the beginning of the day, really led by a few different things here. All of the commodities above. So you have a big sell-off today in gold, a big sell-off today in copper, big sell-off today in silver, and a big sell-off today in oil. So everything commodity-wise is taking a big hit. All of the commodities that are very, very popular, such as gold, you can see here on the GLD, which was slammed on Friday. Pretty big decline today, trading down to around 137.19. The GLD closed at 143.95 on Friday. So you can see gold is getting hit pretty sharply. Spot gold today is down about 85 points at the moment to around $1,418 an ounce. So again, gold was down even lower this morning. It has come back off the lows a little bit, but nonetheless, it is still down about 5.5%, and it's still a pretty big decline. You could take a look at some of the base metal stocks. Copper producers and others, they are all down sharply today. Rio Tinto closed on Friday around 47.50. Stock is trading at 45.50. BHP Billiton is another one. Stock closed at around 69.07 on Friday, trading at 67 this morning. It was actually lower than that. Freeport McMoran is another one. JJC, which is ETN for copper, you look at that decline today, already trading below the $40.50 level. So everything copper, everything gold, everything silver, take a look at the SLV, all are trading sharply lower this morning. Probably one of the bigger declines that we've seen in gold in quite some time. But gold, silver, copper doesn't make a difference. And even oil. Let's look at USO this morning. Right now you have the USO trading at 32.07. That's come off the lows a little bit. But light sweet crude is still down $1.43. That was down over $2 a little while ago. So we're seeing the real first sign of massive deflation kicking in again, even though the central bankers have been propping these markets up and inflating the markets. We are starting to see really, I think, what we call a real sign of deflationary pressures going forward. Now, last night in the Asian markets, you had the Nikkei 225 down about 1.55%. The Shanghai index was down about 1.12%. The economic data coming out of China was not very strong last night. It looks like their GDP growth slowed down to 7.7%. Still pretty terrific anywhere else. But in China, that is a weaker than expected GDP. And I believe their industrial production also slowed down for the month of January or February. So, again, weak economic data out of China is certainly weighing on the markets. And we're seeing it really in all of the commodity names this morning. So that's something we're going to have to watch for. The best thing to do usually in a case like this is to let the flush out happen. And then traders can look and see where to nibble. But right now, when you get this kind of selling pressure, you have to see how it reacts, how the markets, these commodity markets react once the market opens up. And then there could be some potential trading opportunities. But right now, let the market shake out, and we'll see how it works from there. A couple of other things to talk about real quick. It looks like Sprint received a bid from Dish Networks. That stock is catching a massive bid. Believe it or not, Sprint has $9 in the cards here. Not today, but I would think over the coming days, if there's going to be a bidding war between Dish Networks and I believe SoftBank is the company that was looking to buy Sprint originally. So if there's going to be a bidding war, this thing actually has $9 potential. I think traders that own Sprint should just really trail their stop loss and see if they're going to start to bid this thing a little bit higher. But right now, Sprint is overdone. But when you have a bidding war in your hands, it may be worth it to see if these big companies can bid it higher. But right now, you do have Dish Networks putting in an offer to buy Sprint this morning, I believe for $25 billion. So if SoftBank comes back and ups that deal, Sprint has upside potential to maybe $9 a share. Just something to think about going forward. Looking at a few other things, it looks like Life is being bought out by Thermo Fisher. They received a bid, so there's no play here on this one. But this is another big gap up this morning. This is a takeover, so you want to leave that alone. And we are starting to see a couple of takeovers taking place here on this Monday morning. First with Sprint, and then you have Life Technologies being bought out by Thermo Fisher. Let's take a look here at a couple of other things. We have some economic data due out today at 8:30, which just passed. We're at 8:35, so we did have some economic data. Empire State Manufacturing, and I think a little bit later, if I'm not mistaken, let me just see if there's 10 o'clock data. Yes, we are going to have some housing, NAHB Housing Market Index for April will be released at 10 o'clock in the morning. So you'll have a little bit more economic data out at around 10 o'clock, but I think that would be it for the day, if I'm not mistaken. So you want to watch for that. A little bit of economic data coming up a little bit later, and we'll see how it plays out. But right now, overall, we do have the S&P 500 index down about 6 points right now, 6.25 points. But it is off the lows. We'll see if this inflationary rally in stock simply begins, or does the commodity take down the whole market. I'm a little bit unsure how that will play out. Right now, the stock market, bad news is good news, and that seems to be the only news. But stock market loves it that the central bankers are just going to print more money. We're starting to see signs of a Japanese pullback coming in, and we'll see if that happens as well. But they've been printing even more money than the Federal Reserve, the Bank of Japan, that is. So we'll see how it all plays out going forward. With that said, everybody, I want to wish you all a great trading day, and we'll see you on the charts a little bit later. Take care now.